Greetings. I'm Eric Stevens. I'm the Vice President of Marketing with 4Point. And in this session, I want to talk about enterprise digital asset management. But first, what I want to talk about is what digital asset management is inside of most organizations and what a digital asset is and why it's important. Digital asset management technologies are usually focused on the marketing organization, on the creative design teams, and they're there so that they can store, manage, access, and control the digital assets that are used for all of the different media that an organization produces. So most people think of it in terms of it's the logo for the website. Well, yes, that's absolutely true. That's what it is. But it's also all the graphics the website uses, all the graphics that are used in all the print material, all the graphics that are used in the advertising material. That's what a digital asset management solution provides. But when we talk about enterprise digital asset management, what do we mean there? Well, the challenge that organizations faces is that just providing it for the creative teams, for the design teams, and for the marketing teams and the web teams, that's good, but everyone in the organization is using those assets in some way, shape, or form. So what are they doing if they don't have access to the digital assets that are residing in the system that the marketing team created? Well, that means that they're using all sorts of different technologies. They're using shared drives, they're using Dropbox, they're using their local hard drives. They're using file folders on servers that haven't been touched in years. And what that means is that the chances are they're using the wrong assets. They're using assets that are outdated. Perhaps they're using assets that the organization no longer pays for and no longer has rights to. And they're using assets that aren't in alignment with what marketing wants to present as the brand and the message for the organization. What if you could put something in place that allowed for automated organizational reviews? That when an asset was changed, you could send it around to all the people that needed to review it. You could track where it was, and you could have them all view and approve it easily and quickly. What if you could have each of the teams focused on what they need to do? So your web team focused on web performance, all right, and web enhancements and not on the content. What if you could do faster updates from your assets so that when, for example, a document or a form had to change, that it just changed automatically. It didn't have to have anybody go touch it. Nobody had to write code. They just changed and updated to the right asset. What if the right content was always used in every sales presentation? What if you had powerful searches that everybody could find exactly what they needed in the most up-to-date version? That's enterprise digital asset management. You want automatic updates. You want it so that every place where that asset is used, everywhere where the logo is used, if you change the logo, it changes across all of those documents. Talked to an organization recently who implemented enterprise digital asset management for all their electronic forms and for all of the documents that they produced inside their organization. They went through a rebranding exercise. The CEO went to the head of the documents team and said, "How long is it going to take you to change all of the documents, 13,000 forms with this new rebranding, with this new logo?" He said a couple of days. That's all it's going to take. If they didn't have a proper enterprise digital asset management solution in place, it would have taken 6 to 9 months of effort to change all of those. Perhaps you've seen that same kind of problem when you've gone through a rebranding exercise. And you want all of the assets in one location. All of them easily accessible from a common repository where you know this is the source of truth. This is the right version of that. You don't want any duplicates. You don't want a duplicate sitting out there on some sales guy's desk, and that's the one he uses, and it hasn't been updated in years. You want them using the right presentations. You want them using the right graphics that you spent so much time creating. They should be using those, so you need to give them easy access to it. And you want it to be always up to date. You want version control on it so that you know which versions are the right versions, you know how to roll back, and you know when the versions are being used. Think of it. The right logo used by everybody, everywhere in the organization, all the time. So what do you need in an enterprise digital asset management solution? You need something that allows everyone to find exactly what they're looking for. That's easy searching capabilities, easy for them to look it up. But it also means effective tagging, effective metadata, and effective controls and access on it. You only want the salespeople to see what they're allowed to touch. You want everyone to be able to add valuable content to it while still under control, but they should be able to create something new and push it up into the system, perhaps into a review process that goes into the marketing and creative teams who decide that's good, but we could do better. This lets everybody participate in the asset management and in the creation of content for the organization. You need control on it. You need control as who can access what information, who can change what information, who can change what assets, and how it is distributed inside the organization. You need integration with multiple different systems. You need to be able to tie it to your development systems, your electronic forms, your web content management system. All of it needs to be integrated and connected together. You need workflows. You need workflows for approvals, for reviews, but you also need a set of standard common workflows that take away the manual tasks that the creative teams are using, but also that other teams are doing on a regular basis. Things that, for example, it automatically produces multiple resolutions of an object so that when the sales guy goes and looks for it, he gets that resolution because that's the right resolution for PowerPoint. He doesn't get the 15 megabyte file that you're going to use for print documents. You need componentization. You need to be able to take assets and merge them together and take assets and split them apart so that you can say these things always go together. This logo with this tagline always goes together when the sales guy uses it, but that the creative teams can split those apart and use them independently as they need to. And this is about all content types. This is not just about images and graphics. This is not just about logos. This is about text information, the disclaimers, the legal text that go on all the documents that you use on a regular basis. You need that to go through the workflows, to be approved, and to become part of the digital asset repository so that everyone has access to it. It's about videos. It's about graphical objects and images that you allow other people in the organization to use. It's about development objects that are managed by the marketing team and the creative team, but are used for purposes of software development. So, and mobile applications, the graphics developed for those, the icons, those are all your digital assets. You need an environment that allows you to manage all of those, control all of those, but more importantly, distribute all of those effectively under control to all parts of the organization. So I hope in this session I've given you an understanding of digital asset management and why it really needs to be enterprise-wide, why you need to provide the assets that are valuable to the organization, to everyone in the organization, when they need it, where they need it, so that everyone is doing the right thing inside your organization. Thank you.